Like I'm Mitch, niggas talking.
Oh shit. Get this together.
Got the roost. Got the roost. He let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
We live from the boxing section. Dog.
What's up, man? What's up, dude? So cold in the building.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, the best at 168. You already know how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Everybody coming through. So listen, man. I got my dog in here. Listen, you already know how we rock. Y'all see every
Oh
live.
yeah, I see it.
Hey, you know I got that. Hey, I got that shirt hanging up on my rack right now.
Oh, this one right here.
Come on, man. You know
Yeah.
how. All right, so let's get it started. All right, so we're gonna talk about how we met, right? So Errol Spence, you know, you see the guy. Errol,
I remember that.
so Errol Spence, Sean Porter fight. Was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been about two years.
2 years ago, right? So
Yeah.
we're on the street, and I'm with my homeboy Kamal, and him and Raquel Miller know each other. So we stopped, and me and So Cold started talking, right? So I don't even know. I seen him fight before, but I didn't put two and two together.
Right.
I'm like, man, can nobody fuck Errol Spence? He like, man, you tripping, man. Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence.
I remember that, dude.
I said, dog, you tripping. Can't nobody beat Errol Spence. He goes, bro, I'm in the gym with him every day. I said, man, I don't care what gym you in with him every day. He ain't beating Errol Spence. And then I said, so I told everybody my secret, right? You know the secret that I told you that day. I don't even want the fight to happen because I like both fighters, right?
Uh-huh.
I recently told everybody this and everybody got on me because I'm also on Errol Spence. But I said, I don't even want the fight to happen for real. But so I told him, I said, listen, the fight ain't gonna happen anyway. He goes, bro, it's gonna happen. I said, first of all, Bob Arum and Al Heyman, they're not gonna make it happen. And lo and behold, 2 years later, both of them said the fight ain't gonna happen.
They still ain't. People still talking about, I want this fight, dude. It's crazy, man.
Hey, man, listen.
But I'm gonna tell you right now.
He right now, shit.
And I'm not biased, like, cause I got a lot of friends who box, and I'll be speaking the real, but people be like, "Oh, Bud scared, Errol scared." I honestly don't think that Errol is scared. I know Bud been calling for the fight, but like, and this is being honest, Bud been calling for the fight, but Errol Spence advisors and them like, nah, it ain't time yet. I don't know if they're trying to build it up or they think that it's too much of a risk for the reward because, you know, like Bud don't have the same following as, you know, somebody from Texas. You know, we from Nebraska, you know what I mean? But I don't know what it is. Bud been wanting to fight for the longest, but for whatever reason, the PBC side, they I ain't gonna say making excuses, but they're holding out. They're holding out. They giving Bud. They're saying they would give Bud certain people, but they don't want to give them the champs.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It's crazy how the boxing world has turned, and I call it the Mayweather effect. It's turned into a big ass freaking
business,
and it's like, yeah, you can do business, but you still can't hold out on the fans because those are the ones who pay you. That's like, imagine the NBA. They pick and choose who they want to play when they want to play.
Exactly.
Imagine that. Like, that's why I feel like boxing needs to have some kind of control where when you get to a certain level and you get to a certain ranking, y'all have to fight by a certain day.
Yeah.
Y'all get a year to to fight, y'all have to fight within this year because y'all are 1 or 2, y'all 1 and 3, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like push for more and not know, oh, it's my mandatory. I'm going to fight them, and you don't want to fight them, you get the title up. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be like if you don't fight your mandatory, it's an automatic suspension.
Yeah. I mean, because this is the thing. Me and you we talk all the time. And I told you, we disagree. Me and you disagree. The only thing we really disagree on is this. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, this is the only thing we disagree on. You said it should be 40, and then the winner should get the 20.
20. Yeah.
I said 60-40 is a fair deal because of the following. And I think that Bob Arum, him coming out and saying that bullshit, which nobody really believed, but it's easy for somebody to say, well, shit, if your promoter say you losing any money.
That was I try to tell people all the time, that was out of anger. It was I can't speak the business because it's not me, but some shit happened behind the closed doors between Bud, Bob Arum, some money issues.
Yeah.
That's why that was brought up.
Yeah.
But it's not because Bud don't bring anybody to the table. But I tell people, like, boxing should never be about who's bringing the most fans, who's doing this. Like, it should go off of, like you said, rankings. Now, when you get a split purse, a 60-40, is when you have somebody who has a belt fighting somebody who don't have a belt. When you got two people fighting for a belt and they both have a belt, it shouldn't be by, oh, because I'm from Texas or because I'm from the UK, I'm bringing more fans. No, it should be, like you said, either 50-50, or if they don't agree, it should be 40-40, the winner get 20.
Yeah.
Man, there needs to be some kind of like sanctioning body, not sanctioning body. It should be some kind of governing body of the boxing and politics, because it's too much BS that go on, and people get to pick and choose who and how they want to fight and what they want to fight for in purses. Like, when did boxing ever get to a point where fans are arguing about a purse bid?
Hey, we count.
Why is the hell is fans arguing? This is some shit managers supposed to be arguing with. Why the hell is fans arguing about who's bringing the most to the fight and how many fans and how much purse? Like, what the fuck? Why is this even out in the media? People should be arguing about who the best fighter and why they're the best fighter. Oh, this fighter can do that. This fighter can do that. Why the fuck is people arguing about how much money another fighter like? Okay, say me and you are fans and we arguing about purse bids. Are we benefiting off of it? We paying them. Why are we arguing about who has the most fans and who should get how much money when we not getting no benefit? We not getting no percentage of the fight. It ain't like we going to the fight and they giving us our money back because we're fans. No, we gonna pay regardless. Where the purse bid is. Why are we arguing about this shit?
Hey, and the thing is, the Mayweather effect, because Mayweather has embedded this in our minds that if this at a certain level, I don't gotta fight him. You know what I'm saying? But what he did was he didn't take that and bring it with. You see, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, it didn't matter who it was, he was fighting him. So as the generations grew, that's what the new generation saw. All they saw was Money Mayweather. They don't look back and see Pretty Boy Floyd fighting Diego Corrales. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So, and they trying to, and then that's the problem in boxing now. Everybody's trying to protect their record. Everybody's trying to turn into business stuff, and who, like, man, no, fight. Fucking, if they call me right now and be like, you gotta fight Canelo next fight when you come back, I'm not gonna be like, well, he got to give me this and that. All right, cool. Shit, as long as y'all doing me right, and y'all paying me right, we cool. Let's make it happen. Because if people want to see it, people want to see it. That's important. That's what sports is. Sports is entertainment. We're entertaining the fans. The fans not getting what they want. What they gonna do? Get their ass up and leave. You're gonna see them same fans in the MMA arena somewhere.
Like we have.
I literally got family and friends that's telling me like, man, fuck boxing. I'm not watching boxing unless you fighting for a title or if Bud fighting for a title. I'm not watching you or him fighting nobody else unless for his title. I'm not watching nobody else. Like, damn, like imagine how that feels. Like people only want to support you if you fighting for a title now because they so tired of boxing politics.
Yeah, and that's some bullshit because you one of the coldest, and we're gonna get to that. But yeah. So me and Steve, we've been cool for two 2 years, shit, going on 3, shit,
Yeah.
in a little while. So
Yeah.
we instantly clicked though. We instantly clicked,
Oh
and
God.
I've been supporting this man ever since, bro.
I
And,
know
and
you came out to my fight when I won the title. When I
hell
was
yeah.
NABO title.
Now,
Up in
hey,
where was
now
that at? I forgot.
say that right. Not
Huh? Yep, there you
you
go right there.
feel me?
Oh
You
God.
Yeah, so we've been locked in forever. Okay, so we're gonna go to the beginning and we're gonna bring it back forward. All right, so what got you into boxing?
I started boxing at 21. I was in the military and I was looking for something just to keep me working out and having fun at the same time. And I always been like, shit, I always been a fighter. I heard boxing is one of the hardest workouts. And I've done every type of workout. I was in the military. I did all kind of workouts. Like I'm gonna challenge myself. And I didn't go looking to be a professional boxer. I just went there, and within the first week, the coach was like, "Man, how long you been boxing?" I'm like, "A week." He like, "No, not how long you been back to boxing. How long you been boxing? Period." I'm like, "A week. Never been in the gym." He's like, "Oh man, I could see it in you. You natural." And from that day forward, like I was just training. Then looks like I started sparring people. I'm beating everybody up in sparring. They're bringing people in from the city. I was in North Carolina at the time. They bringing people in from I'm sparring, beating everybody ass. Go to fights, whooping motherfuckers ass. By 2012, I only had I think I had like 6 fights recorded. Um, I went to the Olympic reloads, which is like the Olympic trials, the part 2 of the Olympic trials. At the Olympic trials, they had a reload because the people who didn't qualify in the weight classes, they had them come back and try to qualify again, but they had to do it all over from the nationals. So went there. I didn't know shit about it. I was just went to the tournament with 6 fights, and I beat everybody all the way up to the finals. I got to the finals and fought Marcus Brown. And people watching will argue like I won or not, because it was a good fight. And I was just a dog coming forward. So ever since then, I was like, man, I really got some here. I'm gonna get really serious at it. And I made it from there. I went to London. I was Olympic training partner over there. Experienced all that. Came back and I was on after that. I got on the Army boxing team, which is the world class athlete program, where my job in the military now went from being a regular soldier. My job was satellite communications to training. I just get up every day, train and work out, and they pay for my uniform, my gears, everything, going to trips to fight in different tournaments. And the whole objective is making the Olympic team. They want to try to make you make Olympic team. I end up that or one in the U.S. national the pals
Oh, run that back, bro. Cause I don't know. Oh,
of
uh,
oh
I
it
don't know.
cut out for a second.
Yeah. I don't know if that was my
Yeah,
internet or your
so
internet.
no, I don't know. People start blaming it's your internet, dog. It's your no, but I came back from London. I won. I stayed. I made the Army team, and we traveled around all the tournaments. I won every tournament there was in the U.S., which is the Nationals, USA Nationals, Golden Gloves, the National PAL, and the Ringside tournament. I also won the title tournament. That ain't nothing. And then I also won the team trials for the world team in 2014, where I fought for WSB and everything. So 5-time national champ, and I did that. Went pro in 2016.
And that was on limited experience.
Yeah, like man, I didn't made way, but that's just how I am as a person. With anything I do, anything I be like, I focus on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I make it happen. You know, like you said, so cold. They know me for everything. Anything I do, I'm cold at,
That's
and that's how it is. So
that's
I'm doing that, and I've been pro for 4 years, going on 5 years now. I'm 17-0 with 14 knockouts. NABO champion. And I recently just had an injury, so I'm out for the rest of the year. I tore my Achilles. But you know, like I said, I do a lot of stuff, so I would be sad, like, man, dang, boxing all I got, but that boxing ain't all I got.
for
You know
sure.
what I mean? So now I get to focus on other things that I'm good at.
For sure.
Yeah.
So growing up, you grew up in Nebraska. Tell us
Omaha, Nebraska, right? Yeah.
tell us how it was, and we're going to because we got to talk about Belly and how they kind of fucked up the name of Omaha, Nebraska by cousin
Yeah.
pushing with the banana and shit like that. So,
Yeah, I don't know that movie. I guess they made that part as a joke, but people be like, "Oh, Belly," and they automatically think of that. I'm like, perm on niggas don't wear perms and all that, but then I don't know where they got that stuff from. I guess it was just a character they made up. But every time I meet people, they be like, "Oh, so you the illest nigga in Nebraska?" Like off Belly, but I mean, Omaha, Nebraska, we like right in the middle. So a lot of shit goes through us, you know, like when it comes to like the street life, like drugs and that stuff. We got like the hood and all that stuff. The lower class neighborhood, which I grew up in. Me and Bud, we grew up there. I grew up with Bud. But growing up, I didn't box. We just ran the streets together. I was in the streets heavy, and Bud used to be around hanging out with us and used to fuck with us and bring gloves to the park. We hang out at the park and shit. We hooping. And he used to bring gloves. We down there just fighting each other. Like he like, hey, who want to fight? He give us gloves. Like shit. I always be like, shit, come on. I was just a street fighter though, but yeah, growing up Omaha, Nebraska is like that. It's just. And then growing up here, people's not coming here looking for talent. Like you don't have people coming to Omaha, Nebraska looking for hoopers and basketball players and rappers and stuff like that. Even though we have talented people, it's harder for us to get out of Omaha unless we leave. Unless that person leaves Omaha and they make it out that way. But in Omaha, Nebraska, there ain't no opportunities. It ain't like being in California, Florida, where you know John down the street, his brother owns a studio, and he knows DJ Blase. Like we don't have that here. We don't have no big names. So now we got Bud and shit. Like people, like, Omaha, Nebraska. At first they like, oh, Bud, yeah, I know Terrence there, because he made it on the world level for us.
So how did you make the transition not to get to from the street life into professional life? What was the moment where you was like, I gotta get rid from this shit, gotta do something?
Oh, I was running the streets hard, man. And when I was 17, I got shot, and I was in the streets and getting jumped, and got to a point where people shooting at my mom's house and shit. And it got to a point where people, my own family, didn't want to hang out with me because they're like, man, you a liability, dude. Being around him is too much shit happens. So, and I've always been smart. So people just be like, man, you too smart for this. Why you out here in the streets and shit? But when you raised around it and you don't have a father and you don't have nobody leading you in life, that's what you tend to migrate towards. You go towards that shit because you feel like you mean something now. You know, or you trying to get it out, or all you know is the successful people around you is all drug dealers or hustlers, and you know those are successful people around you because we don't have no professional athletes and stuff, no rappers or nothing to be like, oh man, He the man to be like him. All you see is Pookie down the street. That motherfucker got all the cars and all the women. Why he got that? Oh, he sell drugs. I'm gonna be like him. He in the hood. He claimed this hood. He a blood. I want to be like him. So when I was 18, after I graduated, man, it got to a point where I was like, man, all my homeboys is dying and getting locked up and ain't doing shit. And I'm like, man, do I want this shit the rest of my life? Just be here, just running these streets? Do I want this shit? I'm like, hell no, I want to get out of here. But I don't have nowhere to go. I don't know what to do. What do I do? I ain't got no scholarship to go to college nowhere. I ain't got no family that live out of town. I ain't never left Omaha before I left. And I was like, man, I need to get out of here. But I need a reason to go somewhere. I need something that's going to help me get there. Like I said, I don't know nothing. Don't know nobody. And the first thing that popped in my head was my uncle was like, man, you ain't doing shit around here. You need to take your ass to go to the military or something. I was like, good idea. And 2 weeks later, I'm gone. I'm in the military. Signed up, went signed my life away, and went to the military. I took my test, and my recruiter thought I was like this a knucklehead. I come in there pants sagging and stuff, you know, talking with slang. Hey, I want to go to the military, homie. Like, what's up? He like, so he's like, all right, let's take this test. I took the test. Man, I scored one of the highest scores they seen. The recruiter instantly jumped on my team, like, man, you can get whatever job you want, man. What you like doing? I'm like, I don't like doing nothing and shit. I like making money. That's all I know. He's like, what did you always have dreams of doing? I'm like, I always wanted to build robots. He was like, well, there ain't no job for building robots, but you like messing with like electronics and computers and stuff. Like, yeah, I like this stuff, doing stuff with my hand and building stuff. He's like, all right, perfect job. Satellite communications, which is one of the highest jobs you can get in the military. And I went to the military, and that was the change of my life right there, going to the military.
Would you say that was the best decision you ever made in your whole life?
Best decision ever in my life. People talk about, oh man, you went to the military, you serving the country that don't care about you. So I was fucking running. I was claiming the block that if I die right now, I won't get shit. But a RIP shirt, a shirt that said, oh, RIP, whatever. You know what I mean? That's all you would get. So what's the difference? At least if I go to the military, I got a chance to get opportunity. If I do die, my family getting $500,000. Why not?
Hell yeah.
Because you talking about what the government done did in the past or even now. Like, I don't care. I'm using them the same way they using me.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You gotta use people like they use you.
That's a fact.
That's part of life. Like when you even in a relationship, your relationship, the object ain't being with somebody because you want to use them or they being with you because they want to use you. Some people do that, but the object is y'all using each other to bounce off each other. In a team, like that's how I look at the military. Like you using me, all right. I'm a pawn on your little chessboard. All right, cool. I'm cool with that because you paying me, and I'm getting benefits. I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. I'm getting all the in the world. That was like I ain't met going to the military was my daddy. That was my dad going to the military. That's where I learned how to be a man, going to the military.
For sure, for sure. And how long were you in the military before you was like, all right, it's time to get up out of here?
I was in the military for almost 8 years, 7.5 years. And I was in that Army program. And what happened was, it was, okay, it's time to go pro, right? And coincidentally, the same time it was time to go pro, my contract was expiring. So it was like, okay, you go pro, either you can stay in, but if I stay in and get paid that money, but go pro and just had this money on the back end, I can jeopardize getting deployed and going overseas, and that's putting a whole year or 2 years halt on my career.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can get out, figure out, struggle, because I know that going pro, unless you Olympic gold medalist or something like that, you're not getting no big bonus. You ain't getting no big purses. You come out start fighting $500-$600 every fight. So my first year in boxing, year and a half, man, was a struggle. I'm out just trying to, cause you trying to hustle on the side and get it, but I can't get a job, because you get a job, then I can't train like I want to, cause I work all day. So I like, man, I gotta figure out how to do. I'm up there, I pay, I do everything. So I'm painting portraits for people, selling shoes, fixing stuff for people, just trying to hustle while I'm first pro, getting paid $1,500, $1,000 for a fight, $600 for a fight.
Definitely. Did I cut off, or are we still here?
No, you just went black for a second, but it's still up.
Okay, man. I think, man, I don't know what my internet is up to, man, but it be on some bullshit.
That's here in the basement. You got 50 megabits per second internet. You better get some gaming internet.
Yeah, I feel like I got that. I'm hanging out with Nelly, man.
Right.
All right, so first,
yeah, cause I got 1,000 megabits per second. Good. Yeah, you cut out for a
that
second.
made it worse. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you now. You was kind of in and out.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me in the chat? Let me know if y'all can hear me though, because I don't know what the hell's going on. Can you hear me now? We good?
Check 2.
All right, it might
Hold on,
be,
it's going in and out.
All right, so everybody saying they can hear me. They say it might be you might be hanging out with Nelly. All right, we back. Shit, we good?
All right,
can you hear me?
I'm here now.
All right.
Yeah. I see a little screen. It looked like we on a newscast. The little bottom with the little scrolling thing at the bottom. Like we on NBC, Dayline NBC right now.
Had to upgrade, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Instagram live
look good.
The Instagram live was cool,
but yeah, that's what my life.
All right. I'm trying.
Yeah, that's when things changed up though for me.
So your first year boxing, shit was a struggle. It was hard. What made you say, I'm gonna stick with this and I'm gonna keep going forward until I reap the benefits?
Man, this in life, that's all. I've been pro for 5 years. Me, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm just a patient person. That's why a lot of things that I know how to do is from patience. Like a lot of things in life just take patience. You can figure it out, you can learn it if you're just patient. So how I looked at boxing, like, dude, I'm not putting all this work in for nothing. And it's kind of like crawling through a tunnel of mud and water. It's like, man, like I'm already in here. I can't turn around because this tunnel ain't that big. I can't turn around. I just got to keep going forward. That's all you can do. Because at the end of the day, the worst that can happen is I fail and end up where I started at. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a good gamble because it's like either I can end up where I started at, or I can reap all the benefits and look at all the stuff that I prosper from it.
For sure.
What I got from it. So why turn around? Why stop if I already didn't start something devoted towards something? Like I said, like anything you put work into, it comes back around somehow. It may not be at the time you wanted to, but it always come back.
For sure. Okay, so your first fight, Tell us about the jitters. Tell us about the ring walk. What was it like that first fight?
It really was because in the amateurs now we fight without headgear.
He's a boxer. That's why he's not a commentator. He too busy knocking people's heads off.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Man,
somebody asked a question.
yeah, somebody asked why you not a commentator. I said because you too busy knocking people's heads off.
Oh yeah, that's gonna come one day. Like that's always that'll always be there. You know, I'm getting more knowledge, and you know that'll be there later down the line. But right now, you got to focus on stuff, and you got to prioritize. A lot of times, people don't know how to prioritize their life, and they try to do stuff that's not your time yet. It's not needed right now. Like commentating, like that'll always be there. You know, but boxing's a young man's sport, so I got to get this and focus now. It's like people always ask me, like, because I got so many other skills and so many other things. Like, why ain't you doing this? Why ain't you doing that? Because I always have those skills. They'll be there. I'm focused on boxing right now because I can't do this shit forever. But the benefits from it are potentially high. I can make some money, and I can take that money I make from it and use that to do the other things I want to do.
For sure. Man, that shit crazy. So talk about your first fight.
Oh yeah. So back to that. So my first fight in the amateurs, I was fighting WSB, which is World Series of Boxing, where we fight. It's like pro style. You fight 5 rounds, 3 minutes, no headgear. You know, so I wasn't nervous about like being hit without headgear or whatever like that. It was just the jitters from like, dang, like all the eyes is on me. Like this is pro, and there ain't no losing. Okay, lose. You know, people lose.
Shit. Damn. Shit keep fucking up.
It might be mine.
I think that might be yours.
Up there.
Shit. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who internet it is. Hey, if y'all can hear me, tell me in the chat if y'all can still hear me. Tell me if I'm good or not, because it's been bugging out and shit.
All right, you back? I see you now. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Yeah. So my first fight, I was the jitters was more so like this is pro. This is a new world. Like I gotta be. I can't just go in there and just go hard for 3 rounds because now it's pros. Now it's more like a marathon. It's a different pace, different style. You know, so I went in there and the first guy I fought, he was an amateur. He was a not amateur, MMA fighter. So I know like damn, he ain't no just slump where he ain't never had no contact. But he had one boxing match too, and he won. He was 1-0, one knockout. So I'm kind of like, oh man, I don't know what this dude. I couldn't find no video on him or nothing. I was like, man, I don't know what this dude gonna bring. But the first thing that like got me some confidence was it was so goofy. In the weigh-ins, dude. I'm in the weigh-ins and we do the stare down, and he looking at me. He like, nice beard, man. He said, nice beard. I'm like, man, nobody about to compliment you on no beard. They ain't scared. I'm like, he's scared. He already scared of me, dude. I'm about to crash this dude. He complimented my beard in the in the face off. I'm like, oh no, I got this dog. This nigga can't beat. I ain't about to get beat by no dude that compliment me on my beard, bro. No, dog.
Oh,
No, man, you ain't about to beat me.
oh shit.
I went in there and in my ring walk, I came out as Sub-Zero. Okay, you know, like, so cold. So I came out as Sub-Zero. I had the mask and all that. I had my song come out. I was like, oh yeah. Everybody was like, oh, I'm like, yeah. And that's what started my ring walks right there. Because my first uniform, I didn't make it.
Legendary too.
My first uniform, I paid somebody to make it, and they was bull crapping the whole time. Like my pro debut was like April. I hit them up way in January when I knew I was going pro and was like, hey, I need this uniform made. Let me know how much. It's supposed to be 3 cornerman jackets, some shorts, and a top. He's like, all right, I got you. $500. I'm like, all right, send him $500. So then as time going on, I'm hitting him up and I'm checking. I'm like, hey, yeah, so what's the progress? He's like, oh, yeah, it's doing good. It's doing good. It's coming along. It get down to like 2 weeks for the fight. I'm like, hey, you gonna send the uniform? He's like, yeah. I'm gonna send it in the mail. I'm putting it in the mail today. A week, I ain't get it. He's like, oh yeah, man, I had a lot of stuff going on. Freak, I get to the fight. I'm like, man, 3 days for the fight. I'm like, man, I need my uniform about the fight, bro. He like, oh yeah, I got you. Bull crap. It came down to the day of the fight, bro. I get a package at the hotel. And it was like, yeah, you got a package. I'm going there. I'm expecting a box. Well, my stuff go in there. It's a little box like this big, bro. I'm like, did he fit everything in his box? It's kind of tight. So I'm like, all right, maybe he stuffed it all inside his box. I open it up, it's just a pair of shorts, bro. A pair of shorts, dude. I'm like, dude, I was pissed off. So I was like, you know what? Like I told you, if I put my mind to it, I'm gonna do it. I say, you know what? From now on, I'm making my own uniforms. And I went home and I bought a sewing machine and I figured out how to use that mug. And I took some old shorts. I had and I cut them apart and try to see how they was made and just made the pieces and sewed them together the same way. Then as time went on, I got good. Now I'm like an expert at it. I can make some shorts, like make my shorts. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna come out as different characters for every fight.
Hell yeah.
Every fight I come out as different characters. And I'll be like, hey, this was gonna be my signature. I'm gonna have fun with this. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have fun with it. So I came out as characters as Blade, Apollo Creed.
Way before Tyson Fury. I had to say
Yeah,
that. Way before
I'm
him.
telling you, dude. I don't care what nobody say. For this era right now, 2020, I brought back the fun ring walks because I'm telling you, you go back 6-7 years ago, everybody was coming out with fresh fits and stuff like that, but as characters, nobody was doing it. Nobody was coming out as characters. And I started back and started passing around, and then people like started getting a hold of it. Not saying that Tyson Fury copied me, but it's like a tree trunk. Somebody starts some stuff and it starts spreading around. It get around like, oh, this is a new vibe. People start doing it. Like nobody was doing that before. Back in the day, they used to. You know, Hector Camacho type days and stuff, but recent people ain't been doing it. And then I start bringing the characters. Now you see every fighter, they come out with different characters now.
What would you say is your favorite uniform?
My favorite, everything I come out with is one of my favorite characters. But I'll tell you this, the fan favorite that got the most following was when I came out as Hannibal Lecter. And I came out in a dolly and all that. I'm like this, and the dolly with the mask on, the straight jacket, had somebody wheeling me out, all that. That was the dopest one.
I think my bias say the Grinch.
Yeah, the Grinch was dope. That was dope. Perfect timing too. My last fight was dope. It was in dedication to Chadwick Boseman after he passed away. It came out as Black Panther, and it was the same time that all that stuff was going on with Black Lives Matter, which where I got this shirt right here. I made this shirt and got everybody named that was wrongfully killed by the police and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I came out as that. That was super dope. Apollo Creed. I came out as Apollo Creed. Blade was fun. Blade was fun making because I actually had the sword, the glasses. I had the bulletproof vest with the knives in it. I went all the way with that one. That was my first uniform that I made myself. Was a Blade one.
Dope too. Show enough.
Huh? Oh, Show Enough was another fan favorite. That motherfucker was dope. Making that was fun. Making like the pads and all that. And I had the wig on. I came out with the wig, everything. Yeah, that was a fun one too.
Yeah, that shit was dope. So, what happened in that first fight for the people watching?
Which one?
The first fight you ever had. What ended up happening?
Oh, so I went in there, and it's crazy because you in the amateur you having these gloves, and they weigh 12 ounces, but all the padding is up here. It's like this thick of padding. But the pro gloves, man, you can squeeze them and you can feel your knuckles through them. So I'm in there. The first bell ring, I'm in there. I'm just jabbing. And then my coach said, throw the right hand. I was like, double jab. Boom! Man, I cracked this dude and I felt my knuckles pierce through the glove. And he just went down and got up and was like stumbling. The ref gave me 8 count. I jumped back on him. Boom, 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 boom. Stopped him in the first round. I was like, oh, yeah. I said, these pro gloves is different. Oh, yeah.
So, did you started out with Bomac or you moved over to Bomac? Who'd you start out training with?
Well, Bomac, because I say I'm from Omaha. I grew up with Terrence and them. They always was part of my team. Bomac was in my corner, but he wasn't my head coach at the time. My head coach was Bashir Abdullah, which he's a 4-time Olympic coach. I was training with him in my amateur when I stayed in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
And he was my coach, but as time went on, he didn't want to have to me. He didn't like how I bounced back and forth. Like I would go to Colorado and train. I would train with Bud and them sometimes and stuff. He was like, man, I feel like that's the best for you to be with that team because that's your hometown and everything. And I ended up moving from San Diego back to Omaha. And then Bomac and Red and then became my head coach. At first they were just my management team, and we was people because we like Omaha, man, we grew up and been on it for years. Even the amateurs, the reason why Bud comes to Colorado and train, because when I lived in Colorado, I was on the Army team. Bud was in Omaha, and this is when he first started to have that breakthrough. And he was like, man, I need to get away from Omaha so I can focus on training. I'm like, come to Colorado, man. We got all kind of stuff, high altitude, working your lungs. We got the Army team. We got the Olympic teams up here. You got hella sparring, work with me, everything. And I was like Bud's first like true sparring partner. That's why I tell people like, if you talking about size different with fighters and aerospace stuff, I'm like, dude, he been sparring with me for years. And I fight 168, 175. Like, size don't matter. Size don't matter, Bud's strong as hell.
People don't even understand how big this nigga is, though. Like, I be telling you, I stood next to the dude. He's not as small as people think he is, bro. He's not small, bro.
Yeah, but like, if you compare him to other welterweights, he's not small. But he's not as big as a lot of those welterweights coming from 165, 170 and stuff like that. But I'm like, that stuff don't matter, man. This dude's a different animal. Like I said, I've trained with so many people. I sparred with Andre Ward. I sparred with so many different. I sparred with that other heavyweight, fucking Latif Coyote. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen him in years, but I was sparring with him. Man, I sparred all kind of fighters, dude. And I've never been hit like Bud hit me. I've never been hit by nobody I fought or sparred or anything like Bud hit me.
And people don't understand, man. He could scratch his ankle standing up, bro. His arm, his
Yeah.
arm, goddamn.
Matter of fact, me and him battle all the time. Me and him got the same reach. I got long arms for my height, 75 inches. Mine is 75 and a half. Buzz is like a half an inch smaller than mine. He's 75. His reach is 75. Wingspan.
And that's big for 147 too.
Yeah, that's so they said like the science behind it, your wingspan average for an average person, their wingspan is supposed to be their height. So if you're 6 foot, your wingspan is supposed to be 6 foot, which is 6 foot is what's that? 72 inches. So Bud got a 6'3" wingspan, but he 5'8".
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So now, hey, but that was a big deal for your old trainer to say, hey, dude, go with them, and that's the best situation for you. That's amazing because some people be greedy. Some people will be like, nah, you gonna stay with me. So for him to say, nah, go ahead and be with the better team or the team that made more sense for you, that was a big deal, man.
That was real. That was real. I commend him for that. That was real for him to recognize that.
That was
I've been with Bud and Terrence and them. It's like a family. It's not even like a team. It's like we a fucking family, dude.
Yeah, man. People don't be catching my jokes, but I be having some good ones, man.
Oh yeah, what to scratch his knees? No, he just scratch his ankles. Oh, long gorilla arms.
Oh man,
that's funny.
What is your hardest fight so far?
My hardest fight so far. Okay, so it's two things you can say: a hard fight for me, or hard because of the opponent.
I mean, just like as far as adversity, the talent level of the fighter, the style of the fighter.
Okay, I say my last fight, DeAndre Ware. Let me go back. So before that, I fought. Hold on, you can't hear you cut out.
I said he headbutted you 10 times.
Yeah, so let me go back. Kim Killick was my fight for NABO. And he was undefeated.
That was hard. Man,
no, it's not my hard fight. I'm going back so I can give you the history on why DeAndre Ware is my hardest fight. Oh. So Kim Killick, he was undefeated, and I was fighting for NABO. He was ranked higher than me. All the boxing announcers and people had him for the win. I was the underdog.
Is that right?
Yes, I was the underdog. So I went to that fight like, man, this gonna be a tough fight, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win this fight. I don't care. Fight was easier than I expected. Right? He fought the fight before me. He fought DeAndre Ware and had a tough fight with DeAndre Ware. It was going back and forth. It was a close fight, but Kim won. So next, I fought DeAndre Ware. I'm like, oh, Kim Killick was easy. He's gonna be easy too. Mm-hmm. So I went into the fight like I'm about to smash this dude. And we first came out, he was quicker and he had a little pop. He had come me with a right hand real quick. I'm like, oh, okay, he kind of fast. So I was like, all right, it's time to open up. I ain't about to play. So I went in there and then he started he kept on leading in with his head. Headbutted me first round. Boom, got a little cut. It was a small cut on the side. It wasn't getting into my eye. It was on the side of my face. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep working. Don't bother me. Like, I'm good with adversity. Going to the next round, headbutt again, the same spot. That same cut opened up more. Then we got into like the fourth or fifth round. And I'm in there working him. This mug hit me so hard with his head. He headbutted me real hard, dude. And it was so hard that the first cut it had, but it felt like somebody hit me. But the second one, I felt it ripped open. I felt the. I was like, oh, and then blood just started running all down my eye, and I stopped. Usually the ref stopped action. I was like, but I remember in the back, the ref was like, "Hey, if you get a headbutt, you get a low blow, you can stop action." Never heard a ref told me that. The ref never told me that. He's like, "You can stop action. Just step back and put your hand up." So when he hit me and I felt that mug bust open, dude, and that blood surfaced my face, I stepped back and was like, "Oh!" Step back, put my hand up. He's like, "Wait!" Look at my eye, mug was just hanging open, bro. It was open, bro. Right here. This whole thing was busted open. And after that, I was like, man, okay. I know as a fighter, he gonna see this cut and he gonna either keep hitting it or he gonna think it's gonna affect me. He gonna turn up. So I said, nah, I'm about to keep my upper hand. And I never go into a fight and give like his go and go all out wild and go 100%. I pick it up as rounds go. So I was like, you know what? I'm not about to be in here for no another 6 rounds playing with this mug. I'm about to get him out of here. And I turned it up. Got him out the next round. Like, I ain't about to play. I got a cut on my eye. He gonna think that it's affecting me, but I'm about to show him otherwise.
Got him up out of there too.
And I was doing stuff like everybody was sharing it too. I was like, his coach was like, I remember we was in there and it. You remember there's no no crowd. So they had like a little fake soundboard where somebody hit, they'd be like, "Oh," like stuff like that. But you can hear everything. So his coach was yell, "Hit the eye, it's bothering him." And I looked and I was like, I put my eye like this right here, hit me. And he tried to swing, I stepped back, boom, boom, and knocked him back into the ropes. I was like, yeah, dude, shit ain't bothering me.
Yeah, then you worked him over.
Yeah, I ended up stopping. I was like, man, I ain't about to play with him.
Hey, if it's any fighter, period, where I'm stopping everything and I'm saving up all my money to go to a fight, you already know it's yours. I was so the fans couldn't be there. And in my mind, I said, damn, man, if I could just been on the team, I could have got up in there.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, the way y'all maneuvered that to have everybody get to go into the bubble, that shit was ill.
Yeah, we do it. Hey, that's one thing. That's one benefit from being from the hood and making shit happen. When it comes to fights and getting into fights, man, we be having our whole family over there. And like, how you do that? Like, we just know how to move. We know how to maneuver, dude. When you got to make stuff happen, when you from the hood and you don't get blessed easily, and you got to make your way through stuff, you know how to maneuver. We be at the arenas and shit, opening up back doors, let the cousins in. Come on. we make it happen for real.
Man, for real. Hey, and there will be no boxing section podcast if it wasn't for the man to the right of me or whatever, left me, whichever one.
Yeah.
The only reason why to have a podcast, he was like, dude, you should just do it, bro. He said, you always talk about boxing anyway. You might as well do the podcast. And he was like, man. I said, I'm going to go to your fight. He said, bro, just come to the fight and just start recording shit. And I was like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. And shit, we ain't look back. I mean, some of the best interviews came when I went out there with you, man. So I appreciate it.
I tell people all the time with anything they do, man, because I'll be giving some good information to a lot of people around me, man. Like the difference from you and the person that's rich and successful is because they just went and did it. A lot of stuff we have ideas and we sit back and we be trying to like think and play it out in our head what we gonna do and how we gonna do it, and all that does is scare us more to not want to do it. Discourage us not to want to do it instead of just get up and do it. Because like I said, at the end of the day, when you trying to like me to go, the worst that can happen is you can end up where you started at. But now let's think about the stuff. What's the best that can happen? Think about all the opportunities that you can get, all the money, all the people you can meet, everything, the stuff you can build, the foundation you can build for your kids. Like even right now, Free, you can start this podcast and your kids could be sitting around watching you right here, right? But when they get 18, 19, 20, they're going to remember that. My dad used to do stuff like that, and they can take it and elevate it to a whole nother level. You look up now, his son is a reporter on NBC, CBS because of what you started right here.
For sure.
Or had their own network. You got to
Guaranteed.
see how to just get up and do stuff because I mean you never know what it bring along. Even if opportunities don't work out, sometimes it'll lead you to a new opportunity.
For sure, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate you, my brother. So listen, okay. So now this is the stage of the show where we do fantasy fights. We do if you were a promoter. So this is what we're gonna do, right?
Right.
We're gonna start off if you were a promoter. So if you Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, you got their money, all right?
Yeah.
And you can promote 5 fighters. Who are those 5 fighters that you promote? That you
If
promote?
I could promote 5 fighters. Ooh. Whew. That would be I'll start at the heavyweights. Heavyweight would be Tyson Fury.
Shit. Go ahead, man.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, man. I got you.
It'd be Tyson Fury. Of
Uh-huh.
course, Shakur Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Teofimo Lopez. He's a good business. He got good business sense. That one kid, what's that one kid? He had 168. Steven Nelson. I would do him. I would do no, but Canelo. Yeah, I do Canelo. He has a big following. That's big money.
So take about who we putting in.
Free Canelo. That's what I saw. Canelo. So that's 4.
Yeah.
My 5th one would be unbiasedly. Let me see.
You know you could be biased. You know you're talking to me. So bias is,
no, I'm just trying to think of people outside of like my team and shit like that.
Yeah.
Garcia, Ryan Garcia.
He retired.
Yeah, I would do it. He just taking a little time off.
Yeah.
But Ryan Garcia or if I'll take Ryan Garcia out and Tank Davis.
Okay, for sure. All right, so now you got your we got a opening bout, a co-main, and a main event. So you can take somebody from way back then and face somebody right now. You can take 2 people from back then, or you take 2 people from right now. However you want to do it. So if you want to do Ali versus Deontay Wilder, you can do that. If you want to do Bud versus
right. Okay.
So give me your bout, your co-main, and then your main event.
The dang. So the opening bout will be who can I go with? Robert Duran and Pacquiao. Will be our opening bout. My co-main will be
That's the opening.
That's the opening bout. My co-main would be Sugar Ray versus Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
And then my main event would be Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali.
Okay, for sure. All right, so 2 out of the 3 of those fights I'm gonna ask you about. So Roberto Duran, who wins that fight?
Duran.
Okay. Mike Tyson, Ali, who wins that fight?
Ali.
You see who I'm going with. Okay, for sure. All right, now listen. This is fantasy fights. This can get hard for you to choose.
Yeah.
All right? This is tough business right here. All right.
Right.
So this is how we're going. I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna make it hard for you early. I'm gonna make it hard for you nice and early.
Yeah. Oh shit! I got Bud on that one. I gotta go with Bud on that one.
Okay. Now you gotta explain why.
switch hitter, being a switch hitter like that, and having the power he has. And he has fought tall opponents. I feel like he can work inside because, like I said, when he first was pro, everybody's spar was heavyweights and long and tall. So I feel like he'd get around his reach well.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Another one.
Jones.
All right, you gotta tell us why.
His athleticism and his tricky style.
Okay.
Yeah. At what weight? 160?
168.
I got Jones at 68.
All right. Boom.
Tyson.
Tyson. Okay. You gotta explain.
Cause Tyson had trouble with other boxers. If you notice, the guys he had trouble with was other boxers when it came to fights. But Deontay Wilder's not a boxer. He's a tall puncher. So Tyson gonna get inside with that head movement. He gonna come with that hook. He gonna finish him. He gonna get inside with that head movement. He gonna let Wilder throw them long punches. Boom! He gonna come inside. He gonna work him.
Okay. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to the get a lady some love.
Dang.
You already know who I'm going with. You already know who I'm going with.
I gotta go with my friend Layla. That's the home girl.
Hey, I'm going T-Rex.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say why you're going with Clarissa. We ain't gonna say why you're going with Ali. We're gonna leave that fake. But
man.
You know who I'm rocking with. I gotta go with the GOAT, man. I got to.
Yeah, I'm going with Layla.
Okay. Now, last but not least, the matter of fact, I'm gonna give you two more because I gotta do this one. This one has to be done.
Oh, I got depending on the ref, I got Hagler. You know what's gonna be dirty? He find out ways to win for real, but I think Hagler will win that.
Okay. Last but not least. Now, this one right here, this is the showdown we all been waiting for. You had it on your co-main. So here we go.
Damn, it depends. In this picture, let's go off these pictures. Off these pictures, Floyd Mayweather. And when I say off these pictures, mean that time in their career. Mayweather.
Okay.
He's more in this picture. He was a wizard then. He figured out ways to eliminate what his opponents would do. Pretty Boy, I think he would have lost that fight against Sugar Ray the young Sugar Ray.
All right, for sure. All right, hey y'all. So we're gonna open it up. For questions. For my dog, real quick. We're gonna open it up for questions. You can beam in or you can ask in the chat. And you can ask. You can stream. You can hit the link, or you can ask them in the chat. Ask them any questions. Just no weird questions. We're not doing weird questions.
Will I see the questions?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pull them up so you can. They're gonna be across the screen.
All right.
So
if it's a female, you do weird questions though.
Yeah.
Now, what was that question though? What was that question?
So we gotta go here because we need you to you got to elaborate. We got to elaborate.
We need that Nelson Belarga scrap. Yeah, I'm up for it. I just hope that he don't get exposed before I get back in the gym, before I get back on the game. But I know his number. Like I said, I was with him in the amateurs. Granted, in the amateurs, a lot of people change from the amateurs, but watching him and the punches he throw and the combinations and the way he fight, it's the same. He fights the same in amateur. So I got his number. I know what he's good at and what he can do. And it showed on his fight last night that he's not really athletic. He don't hit angles. He head in the middle. He just look for them power shots. And I've been telling people forever. People have been talking. Oh, I want to see you fight Barnes. I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to help him right now. I'm like, dude, I'm not about to go backwards trying to fight you. I'm trying to get to her the title.
Yeah.
But after this fight, now he's outranking me. Now I have a reason to go at him now because now he's one above me.
How is he?
Because I ain't fought because he's 17-0 now, and I'm 17-0, and he's like 1 point above me. It's like he 1 point above me, so he right there. And by the time I get back, he has probably 2-3 more fights. So that's okay though. That's why I said last night, have fun right now. Because when I come back, I'm going for the jugular. I'm going for the neck. Yeah, Jalen, I just answered that question. Well, oh no, he said, "How do I see it going?"
How do you see it going?
I feel like I can stop him. I feel like I'm gonna stop him.
Sure.
I'm not looking to outbox him because I feel like, especially, it's sad to say, but in boxing, there's a lot of politics, and him being younger and being being promoted like he's been promoted and been up and be on ESPN and TV and stuff like that. I feel like if we go to the scorecards and it's a close fight, they're gonna give it to him.
For sure.
So I'm not even going to get there.
Eli, join the panel, man. I ain't clicking on your question, man. Join the panel, man. Shit. But so I talk to Steve all the time, right? And I tell people, they're like, oh man, he ain't that. I said, listen, let me tell you something about Steven Nelson. The reason why he's so good is because he's so tricky. He doesn't do anything flashy, but he does everything great. You know what I'm saying? Me and him was talking about Errol Spence defense, right? We was talking about the Danny Garcia Errol Spence fight, and I told him, listen, he got your type of defense. It don't look like he can dodge the punches, but he can when you watching him. And I'm telling you, man, you got that sneaky style where it's not a Roy Jones bells and whistles, but it's real technical, like you real technically sound. And
I tell people all the time, dude. And I'm not saying it because it's me. I'm just being straight up. There's a lot people haven't seen with me because I'm the type of person where I'm not going to pull the tool out unless the job required. If I'm building something that says you just need a hammer, I'm not pulling the screwdriver and the jigsaw out. You know, I feel like sometimes it's not good for me to be that way. I feel like I should be flashy and do all the stuff to make people be like, "Hey, man, you that dude nice, that dude cold." But I'm like, man, I'll get the job done. If somebody turn up, I'm gonna turn up and go right above them. Even like I be like training, like people who train with me that know when I be sparring and stuff like that, and I'm sparring somebody really good, they be like, "Damn, this motherfucker just turned up." And I ain't talking about output like I'm going faster or throwing more punches. No, I'm talking about more strategic things I do in the ring, tricky things to make a opponent be like, damn, what he just do? What is he about to do? Setting them up and stuff like that. That's why it's all in the brain, though, when it comes to boxing.
We're gonna skip the Berlanga. How do you see a fight with Caleb Plant going?
Benavidez. I think Benavidez.
Benavidez.
Benavidez and Plant.
And Plant's
Benavidez. I feel like Benavidez to be a good fight. I'm gonna give him his props. He's straight, but he's too upright. I feel like I'll beat him down to the body, bring him down, and all that throwing like 10 punches. That's the opponents that stand there. I'm not the person. People that watch me fight, I'm not standing right there for you to do that, getting that shit off. So his pros, they won't work with me. You know, his cons, I'm gonna use those against him.
Yeah, I think Caleb
Plant, as long I'm gonna tell you straight, Plant, my boy. As long as Plant got the IBF, I'm not even worried about trying to go fight him because I'm not about to do that 10 pound weight allowance shit. So, like IBF, and I don't know if people know, but in IBF, if you like weigh in 168, the next day you can't be no more than 178 before the fight, and that's not me. I cut down from 195, 200 pounds. I go back in the ring 195 for the fights. But if we happen, say if Plant had WBO, we fought, I would demolish Plant. All that slick boxing stuff, I know how to do that.
For sure. I remember.
I never bring up nothing in the past, but I got some experience with clients, so I ain't worried about that one.
Hey, because when we was in Jersey, the man was the man gained his weight so fast, like instantaneously. He could lose it hella quick, but he gained it back hella fast, dude. I remember the day before, he looked like he was about to die. I said, "Bro, you good? You good?" He's like, "Man, shit, I'm cutting weight, man, cutting weight." And then so after the weigh-in, dude, like I want to say like what an hour after, dude, gained 10 pounds.
Heck yeah, man. And I do it healthy too. It's not like I'm going and eating pizza and going and drinking a whole bunch of Gatorade. Like I got a whole nutritional list of things I do to put that weight back on healthy. Where they be like, "Dang, you don't feel it in your fights." Like, no, if you do it right, if you cut all that weight and you put it back on right, you don't feel it. I don't feel it in my fights. I don't feel like I'm drained, sluggish, because I put it back on right. It's a whole science behind it.
For sure. All right, Eli. Yeah, I told you I wasn't gonna read that damn question. You gotta.
Hey, he gonna force my hand in here. Like you just gonna get in here and ask this question. What's going on with your team?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. I was wondering how soon do you think you'll be back in the ring?
They saying normally it's 8 to 10 months of recovery time before you get back to doing what you were doing as an athlete. But in the past I've had injuries and stuff like that. I never had nothing like this, but I heal fast. And I'll be determined like when it comes to physical therapy, because all the doctors saying it depends on how you do physical therapy. And for me, for physical therapy, I'm going away to Colorado for 4 to 6 weeks. So that's telling you right there how serious I am about my physical therapy. Right now, I'm supposed to still be in the cast, and I'm already in the boot. I've been in the boot for a week. So that right there to tell you how fast I heal. I got my cast off after 4 weeks. Usually it's supposed to be 6 to 8 weeks for a cast.
That's what's up. Well, who do you have your eyes on when it comes to an opponent right now?
I've been telling I want Belarga because of how everybody keep on like tagging me and hitting me up. Oh, you should fight him. Like I want to get him out the way first, and then as far as title, right now, Canelo is over there trying to take everybody titles in the 168. Like Billy Joe side, he's going after everybody. So ain't no telling. So all I'm gonna say is whoever got the title at the time when I come back.
That's what's up.
I would love to fight Canelo though. That's my dream fight right now because you know what I mean. He been the man from 154 all the way up to 75.
Do you feel like with this time off that has made you more of a having that being able to eye the game from the outside looking in, you see things better now and coming back? Do you feel like you'll be more of a cerebral fighter in the ring?
Yeah, not as far as what I see in boxing, but as far as my life and taking care of my body in training, because I feel like this injury could have been preventable. I tore my Achilles, by the way, and like I just had a mentality like I was just like a robot. You know what I mean, working out, and I was moving so fast, working out, not stretching, leaving from there, going to fix some stuff, put some stuff together, be out doing yard work, just moving around. Like I'm just a busybody like that. So this taught me how to just sit down and take care of yourself, recover, take care of your body, stretch, all that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Kyle, you trying to ask something?
Yeah. So Eli and the nigga took the cast off by himself.
Hey, that's something we'll do.
I did my surgery too, but my son.
That's something we'll do.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, Hustler Home. If you wanna talk to him, I'll put the link back in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey, you got one last one, Eli?
No, I was just saying, man, salute to you, bro. I feel you on that, trying to get back and trying to already having that mentality to want to go. So sometimes it's hard to slow down, but man, hey, I can't wait to see you in the ring. Wait to see you doing your thing, man. And salute again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eli, we're gonna holler at you in a minute, big dog. All right.
Oh yeah, and as far as doing everything, you know, I'm doing my first stand-up comedy special, June 11th. So afterwards, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna be posting online for people to like purchase it and everything.
Hey, you gotta do more shit on YouTube, bro. You're not doing enough on YouTube. I keep telling you,
Man,
bro.
I know you tell you all the time.
Dude, you listen. You gotta do it because listen, that the boxing is on YouTube, man. It ain't on ESPN. It's right here. So if people constantly see you doing some shit on here, it's gonna be better for you. I'm telling you.
Right. I need to get like a marketing manager or somebody to help me with stuff like that. I'll be like I said, I'll be going doing stuff. Like, man, I'll worry about that later on. I'll be doing this stuff and fixing stuff and building shit. And
but even the building shit though, that's what I'm saying. Even the building
that's
shit.
what I'm talking about. I need to be recording that stuff.
Hell yeah.
But I'll be like, I'll go do something, right? And I just heard him start doing it, and then I'll be like, I look up like, dang, halfway done, like, damn, I should have recorded this.
And every time
I should have recorded it, like, damn. Hey, but yeah, I'm doing my comedy special. It's gonna be funny as hell.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready for it, and I'll be posting it so people can purchase it and watch it, like through a pay-per-view site or whatever.
Make sure you look at one person. Make sure if you can catch one person that think you hella funny, focus on them. Don't focus on people that ain't laughing because you end up like me. You know what I'm saying? Get booed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell motherfuckers, hey, I'm a pro boxer. You don't laugh, I'm beating your ass. For real. You don't laugh, I'm coming off this stage and I'm kicking the nigga. For real.
Hey, and listen, that your recovery for your the rehab and shit, you gotta get a team down there, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm already on it because Bud and them is there training in Colorado, so I'll be there. And then my physical therapist, he's been working with Olympic athletes and pro athletes for years.
For sure. Hey, best pugilist, man. If you want to get on, the link is in the chat and ask him a question real quick. Now he used to be a professional boxer as well. The guy that my boy best pugilist, he used to get busy. But yeah, man, I be like, damn, this nigga that built this, and he can't even see how it was because I'm like, god damn, and I always hit
his name is Pugilist.
Pugilist.
Yeah, he used the old school term for boxing for real. That's like 1869. Yeah, I'm a pugilist. I know you got a question.
Yeah, so y'all ask some questions real quick before he get on with the getting. Eli, man, come on, man. I'm gonna post this question.
What just so
I can post the question.
Are you training with? Oh, he ain't been watching. Are you training with Bomac and Bud? B&B. Yeah, I'm training with Bomac. Bomac is our head coach. Red Spikes is our one of our mid-mans, and Saul Dieguez is one of our mid-mans. And Bomac acts as the manager as well. And Bud is my training partner.
For sure. Hey, you got to get red on here. I've been trying to get red on here for forever, bro. he said he wasn't doing interviews because of the whole Buzz situation with the Top Rank shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna ask him about that, but I'm trying to get him on for a minute.
Yeah, he'd be hard because so many. You gotta think about it. At they level, so many people hit him up. Boom, boom. So many people hit him up. So a lot of times they be like, no, unless it's something like Charlie Man the God or some shit.
Yeah. Hey, Huge,
I was sparring Andre Ward. So I sparred Andre Ward for my pro debut, and it was his debut at 175. When I first went pro, I was at 75. He was 75. And I sparred him, and the first time I was like, man, like this Andre Ward, I don't know what to expect. I went in there, and this is what really like solidified, like, dude, I'm cold. I went in there and I was giving him work. And his coaching then was like, man, like you some good work. So that time we was just going back and forth. The next time I was giving him some. Hey, I was going to his ass to the point where he and his coach start arguing. He was like, coach was like, man, you let this young ass kid kick your ass, man. Man, fuck that. Get your ass up the ring. And Andre Ward was like, man, shut the fuck. They start arguing and shit. They start arguing. But I gave him some good work, though. I learned a lot from him. And I gave him some good work, for real.
For sure. Go ahead, Pewge. I had to get you on here, man. You got the highlights, the professional, man.
Yeah. What's up, brothers? How you doing? How you doing, Steven?
Good. What's up, man?
Question now. Your injury. What exactly? Like I didn't catch it from the very beginning. I got on a little late because I'm actually at work right now, but I walked away from there.
Yeah.
What exactly? Like, what did you break your leg? Your knee? What happened exactly?
No, I tore my Achilles. It wasn't like this.
Wow.
It completely separate. I mean, it was pow.
Yeah.
It was crazy because, like, for my fight for DeAndre Ware in September, I was in training camp and it was sore. I'm like, man, this stuff it's not normal. Something wrong with it. It's sore. So I went to the doctor and it was like, oh, it's just overwork. Just take some time off. I was like, in my head, I'm like, man, I got a fight coming up. I ain't taking no time off. So I went and bought some basketball ankle braces. You know the ones you tie up, strap up.
Yeah.
Put those on. And when I was training with those, all the pain went away. I was training with it and everything. And then at night, I was just like icing, rubbing and stuff like that. Went to the fight. I didn't wear it in the fight. I was good. So after I got done fighting, I took some time off, travel, have fun, enjoy Christmas and holidays. Then I was like, all right, let me get back in the gym. Got back in the gym January, February, but nothing major, nothing hard. It's in there, just moving around. And then I got my date, which was April 24th. And the first week of training camp, it was the first week of March. It was the first week of training camp. I'm in there and I'm working. And I'm just in the ring. And I didn't step on nothing. I didn't twist it. I didn't step down. I was just in the ring, just moving. And I was just step back, and that motherfucker was like, pop! It was a loud pop, bro. And everybody around the ring was like, what the hell was that sound? They looking down, they think that the ground broke, like the ring. I thought the ring broke. And I thought maybe I fell through it and it like kind of like scratched my leg or something because it felt like it was a little sharp pain real quick. I looked around, I'm like, hold on, what the hell was that? Then I said, maybe somebody hit me with something. So I turned around, nobody was back there. Then I tried to take a step, and my foot was kind of like dead. Like it felt like I was walking down the hill. I was like, man, I think I broke some of my ankle or something. And then I sat down, took the gloves off, and felt the back of my Achilles, and it was just skin. It was no tendon back there. It was just gone. And my calf was loose. My calf was just jiggling because it wasn't attached to nothing. I was like,
wow.
Man, I tore my Achilles. And in my mind, I never heard nobody tore their Achilles. So I sat down and I looked off into the ceiling like, man, my career over that fast.
Wow.
But when it happened, like 3 people in the gym was like, oh, it happened to me too before. And then as I got home, I told everybody, people was hitting me up like, man, it happened to me. I'm like, oh, this is common. This is common. Oh, look at that reflexes. Caught that one. I dropped my laptop and caught it. No, okay. New question. Where are you ranked in the sanctioned bodies right now? As of yesterday, because Belarga just moved up. I was number 4. I was 3 or 4 in the WBO. No, I was 3 or 4 in America. I was number 3. That's what I was number 3 in America for WBO, but in the world I was number I think 11 or something. I can't remember. I ain't looked at it so long. I was like 11. No, that was hold on. Let me go back. For WBO, I was number 3 WBO. But for world rankings, I was like number 11 or 12. Just for like box rankings.
So question. Let me ask you one more question before I go back in here. So when do you realistically think you'll be ready to get back? I know you was talking about it a little bit, but like in your mind, when do you have set that you expect that you're gonna be ready to start your full training back?
Oh, I'm taking the rest of this year off. I'm gonna try to come back early next year, 2022.
Okay.
Like even if I feel good, rested like later on this year, I'm gonna still take some time off and let it heal up completely.
Okay.
Where I feel like I don't have no kind of mental setback or anything where I'm like thinking like, man, I don't want it to mess up again. Where I just feel like, man, I'm good. That's why I felt like after a year, I'll be straight.
All right, great, man. Good luck with that, man. Look forward to seeing you back in the ring.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
All right, Piers, we're gonna holler at you tonight.
Yeah, later.
You know we back live tonight.
All right.
Name your toughest sparring session and with who? Terrence Crawford, man. I keep telling people, dude. That's why I believe in him so much because I'm like, man, this dude. I done been in the ring with so many people, fought and sparred and all that, but like the toughest work I ever had was because, and the reason why is because he's smaller than me, and of course him being smaller, he gonna have better timing and speed. So it's like when I want to sit down and try to punch, he's already at an angle or punching me in between my punches. So I got to play his game and be slick and fast and quick and have my timing up. So that's why he's hurt like the toughest. And being hit wise, like I said, like I've never been hit by nobody like he's hit me. All the people from heavyweight on down, I've been sparring people. Can you name any young props that you have shared the ring with at 160 and 175 that we should be hearing about in the future? This dude, he was on the national team. He just went pro. I think his name was Khalil Klo. He just signed with the Zone. Y'all should be looking for him. He nice. Let me get his full name is I think it's Khalil Klo. He just sent it to me today too. His pro debut. I'm gonna tell y'all his pro debut and everything. Yeah, his name is Khalil Ko, May 29th in Las Vegas. I'm gonna try to show y'all. See y'all can see it. Oh, there we go. Him.
He looks serious in the motherfucker too.
Yeah, he nice. He matter of fact, in the amateurs, he fought in my weight class after I went pro. After I went pro, he was like the next up in my weight class, 178. But he went to the world and he beat the 3-time Olympian from Cuba. He stopped him. He stopped him at the World Championships. So, and he was the gold medalist in 2016. I mean, 2016 he was a gold medalist. In 2012 he was a bronze medalist.
So he get busy.
Yeah, so he stopped him with the right hand.
Now I gotta ask you a question before we let you go.
What's up?
You gotta help us out, bro, because they been talking crazy, saying that they been talking about this, right?
Yeah.
And they saying that it's on Bud. I think it's on Manny Pacquiao. Can you give us any insight on that situation?
What on what, the fight?
Yeah, not happening.
I would put it like this. If the fight happens, it's not on Bud. Like, I seen something today where it's like Bud won't sign. Bud won't sign. Like, nah, that's not it. I don't want to say too much, but
I always think it's Manny Pacquiao. Listen, no matter who it is, I always think it's Manny Pacquiao's fault. You know what I'm saying?
But put it like this. Put it like this. I'll tell you this much. Bud's in Colorado still training right now. He's in Colorado training right now for a fight in June.
For sure. I hope it's Sean Porter.
I see another person there popped up.
No, I was saying Manny sound like it's on the suits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, man.
Here I got some more information that people don't know. Way back when Pacquiao was signed with Top Rank.
Oh, he ran from Bud for years.
Ran from him for years.
Ugh.
It got to the point where Bob Arum was like, "Hey, you going to fight this kid? You want to fight him or not?" And his coach, Pacquiao's coach, what's the name, was like, "No, it's too much of a risk. We're not fighting him." And they was like, "Okay." And that was the last time Bud talked about it. And then when he went with PBC last year, before the pandemic, it got down to the fight was happening. They had a location, they had the money, but then the pandemic happened. And it was like, no fans. That's going to take a lot of the money away. It's going to take a lot of money away. It wasn't enough to pay what they promised Pacquiao and Bud, so they canceled it.
Damn.
That was supposed to be last year, right before the pandemic happened.
Damn. And that would have been big too.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice bargaining chip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it's when Pacquiao had the title still. Pacquiao still had the WBA.
Great bargaining chip. Hey, Sheldon Moore, man, if you can, hit that link and get in. I know he want to ask you 1,000 questions. He's the biggest Bud fan of all time. So Sheldon, join in, ask some questions. I know you want to ask some questions, so I put the link in the chat. But yeah, he's the biggest Bud fan ever, man. You can't say nothing bad about Terrence Crawford and to him ever. You froze, Steve, or what?
No. I was waiting for the dude to come on. I was sitting here. I was reading some.
Yeah. So until he come on, I'm gonna pull this up, and you gotta talk about your inspiration for this. Oh, here you go. Here the OG go right here. He Oh shit! Oh, my bad. Here we go.
Oh, I heard you making those false statements. That's cool, Mr. Nelson. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I wish you a speedy and healthy recovery, man. Can't wait to see you back in the ring, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man.
Now, my man said I'm the biggest Bud fan on the planet. That's actually not true. I'm probably one of the biggest boxing fans on the planet.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the sport. I'm not a fan of any fighter. You know what I'm saying? I just know from participating in this sport from 73 to 80, from watching the sport since 1969, I know what I see.
Right.
And right now, looking skill for skill, I don't see anybody at 47 that can compete with Crawford. I think Crawford beats them all at 47 right now. Now, a year from now, that might change. But right now, at this point, I don't see anybody at 47 that can beat him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can rock with that.
Hey,
Wise man.
me and downtown LA.
About
So
what?
you break it up, homie. Say that again, Kyle.
I said me and Steve, we debated for 30 minutes in downtown LA.
No shit.
Oh, that's how we first met.
No shit.
That's like,
Okay.
Look, you messed the story up. How it started was you was over there talking to Raquel.
Yeah.
You was talking to Raquel, and y'all was like talking. I seen her like talking and stuff like that. So you know, I'm with her. I'm like, who you? I go up to you like, what's going on?
Let me go check this cat right quick.
Like, yeah, who this cat is he talking to? So then I keyed into what y'all was talking about, and I was like, and you was talking about like how PBC won't fight with. I was like, man, hold on, let me stop you there. And I broke it down to you how it was.
Right. I got a question for you, Mr. Nelson, and maybe you can help me because I don't never seem to get an answer to this one. When did fans start becoming pocket watchers and fans of promotional companies and stuff? When did that happen?
About that at the beginning of the show. I said, dude, how the hell does boxing get to talking about the purse split and how many fans are coming to support somebody? Why does that matter? I thought fans supposed to argue about who the best and why. And why they
Facts, brother. Speak to them. Let them know. Speak to them, please.
Why is fans arguing about who's bringing the most people to the fight and who support and who has a bigger following and what? That's some stuff the promoter's supposed to be going over, not no fans. To a fan, it's not like, oh, I'm a fan of LeBron because he got the most supporters. He from Cleveland, so where people from Cleveland is coming from then. You know what I mean? Like, what y'all talking about?
I mean, the thing that kills me is these dudes be having it broke down. Well, this guy sold 350 and this guy sold only 270, and who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who cares?
About? Because at the end of the day, without an Errol Spence, there won't be a Errol Spence and Terrence fight. Without Terrence, there won't be Errol Spence and Bud fight. The fans
and we won't have an answer to the question.
It's not.
And we won't have an answer to the question.
Right. It's not like, oh, I want to see Errol Spence fight. I don't care who he's fighting. No, they want to see him fight Bud. That's why that fight's going to be a lot of money. It's not because, oh, he got more supporters, so more people's coming for him. No, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
And I tell people, Mr. Nelson, brother, I tell people all the time, for both of those guys, I'm not just talking about Bud, for both of those guys, Errol and Bud, if they don't fight each other, there will always be a question. No matter what.
But it's always going to be a letdown of.
Exactly. You'll never know who was actually the guy. See, you know, back in my era, we knew who the guy was. As Sugar Ray and Hearns fought. Right. They settled it.
Exactly.
They settled it.
Imagine, like, let's think about other sports. Just imagine if there was a Western basketball, there was a Western Conference champion in the Eastern, and then something happened where the NBA Finals got canceled.
Right. The Lakers and the Celtics never played.
Man, what would have happened if they would have played? Like, that's what it is.
I sure wish Bird and Magic would have got to play each other.
Right. Like,
we could have saw. Yeah, it's crazy to me. But right now, you know, since you out of the game right now, you rehabbing the landscape of the game. Who do you see as far as the young crop of guys coming up that you think may be the guy to carry the sport into the next millennium?
I got Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Those two.
Why Teo? Tell me why Teo.
Teo, Teal and his dad together they're smart businessmen.
Okay.
They're smart businessmen, and I see the way they operate. Like, and this is behind closed doors. I see the way they operate
Right.
With Top Rank and negotiating their fights and their fighters and stuff like that. And they're very much so business savvy. Whoever's behind on their team that's controlling everything is moving him smart. And their decisions and them like they have a sense of fucking. I don't work for you, Bob Arum. You work for me. You're a promoter.
Facts.
Without me, you have nothing. That's the sense they have, and they do it and they stick to it. They don't just say it like, no, this that, and then still run behind him and listen, take orders. No, that's why that next fight. You see that next fight where that next fight gonna be at.
Roger that. That's true, and that's what I was leading to. As a guy, you in the top 10, you up there, you ready to take that step. Yeah. Where do you see the moves that Triller is making? Do you think they're gonna be a major player in the sport in the future?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, people can sit back and hate about what they're doing, how they're putting on fights, but all that's matter is the numbers. At the end of the day, you can say, oh, this is tearing up boxing, this is taking away from boxing, this isn't how it's supposed to go. You can simply complain, but as long as
me. Now look, before you finish, that's me. That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. But continue.
Yeah, it's like it's like protesting outside of a abortion clinic. Somebody outside talking about this is wrong, don't do it, and people still walking through that door and paying the people. It's the same thing.
Okay.
As long as people still paying to watch Triller and going and paying these millions of dollars to watch these Logan Paul and Jake Paul fighting all that stuff, and they had these other fighters on there, and they been successful. That's all that matter at the end of the day.
Facts. Yeah, I'm coming around. I'm coming around because like Floyd says, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming around. Yeah. And Regis got paid. And I'm happy about that. Because Regis had never made that kind of money before.
Never. And you know what that's going to do? More boxers, more real boxers going to be like, well, shit, you see how Regis got paid triple what he ever got?
Right.
Shoot, I'm about to go over here.
Right. And I won't be mad at it.
But it's the same sense as when like times change.
Right.
The times change. The same people like when we were younger, the adults tell us y'all music ain't the same. The world is changing. And then you get older and you do the same thing. And you gonna do the same thing, or I do it now with the younger kids. Like y'all movie music is trash. The way y'all dress is trash. It's changing. It's gonna always change. And then when they get older, they're gonna do the same thing to the younger kids.
Exactly.
Trash. It ain't like back in our day.
Right.
It's always gonna be like that.
I go through that with my daughter because I used to say when I was coming up, my parents said the same thing. Oh, that rap shit, that shit is trash. You shouldn't be listening to that. That's bullshit. That ain't real music. And I would say to myself, I ain't never gonna say nothing like that when I grow up, when I get older. Right. And now my daughter's 30, and I'm telling her the same damn thing. Look, that music is trash. Turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that.
Because it's something that we're not used to. It's something different. It's not traditional of what you're raised with. And that's the same thing with Triller. Like, it's not traditional. They like, man, they playing music. They got rappers performing. Dude, that's genius. I swear to God, like right hand to God. I was like, man, if I ever become a promoter, I'll have like musicians and stuff performing and stuff like that.
Right.
I thought it was the dopest idea. And I look up and see them doing like, dang, they beat me to it. Like, it's genius. Like, it's just genius. Like, or the same thing, like people get mad at Jake Paul about he fight these oppositions and get paid this money. And they try to compare him to real boxers. But he has 4 fights. Imagine on your 4th fight in the amateur, somebody paying you $600,000.
In real life terms, in real life terms, homie, you can't hate on that. You can't hate on that.
That's all he's doing. He's using his following and doing something he want to do. He want to box. He's not. I heard
somebody say. I heard somebody say this was towards the NFL though. They're talking about people's contracts, and I heard somebody. I think it was as a matter of fact, I remember it was Charles Woodson. He said it's not about what you're worth. It's about what people are willing to pay.
Exactly. It happens all the time. You'll find somebody who's super talented, got everything anybody would need, and they broke as whatever.
Right.
Right. After talent, getting all this money and all this following and just getting exposure like crazy. Like, dang, like how? It's all about how you maneuver. It's all about how you maneuver, man.
Exactly, brother.
You can't get
you said that you out until maybe January, February of 22, correct?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you have any idea when you come back what your next step is going to be? What are you looking for? Your next step when you come back?
Oh, when I come back, I'm not trying to do no like, oh, let me work my way slowly back into it. I'm trying to go hard. I'm calling out big names. I want a title. I want a title fight next year.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. Since our buddy Kyle looks like he left us, I don't know where he went. But you watched that fight last night.
Yeah.
The blanket fight I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Now, here's my question. You saw that he was in a situation where he came into the fight. They brought Nicholson in there to be knocked out.
Yeah.
That was their plan. They brought him in there to get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking somebody forgot to tell Nicholson, right?
Right.
So he got in the ring, and his plan was to knock this guy out, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So he had to switch up his game plan. Well, he's not going nowhere. Now I got to fight this dude. Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where you come into the ring with a plan and the plan don't work, and now you got to adjust? And how did you deal with that?
Oh yeah, when I fought this, I think it was my fourth fight. This guy he was Mexican. His name was Caesar. He was like 5-5.
Right.
And I went in there and I was hitting him on the side of his head. Like, I have never in my life punched anybody that hard, flush.
Right.
I was punching a bag, but he was doing his stuff where he'd be like this and he'd duck his head and I hit the top of his head. Boom.
Right.
And within the second round, both my hands were hurt.
Right.
I was like, damn, my hands is hurt. But in my mind, I've always thought a real champion is not defined off of how good you are. It's how you adjust in a ring.
Right.
So no matter if right now I had a fight and I'm sick as a dog, are you going to fold over and use your sickness as an excuse and lose or not go to the fight? Or are you going to push through? Are you going to get hurt in the fight and, prevail through that? So that's what I was like, man, both my hands is hurt. They feel like they broke. It kind of like numb. Right. I'm like, man, I gotta win this. So I was like, man, forget trying to knock him out now. I'm about to just keep touching his body and moving and boxing and looking sweet.
And that tripping now. What's going on?
Looking sweet.
Man,
boom,
boom, died, man.
Boom, turning them. Wasn't nothing hard. It wasn't nothing hard to stop somebody, but it was hard enough the way to make him like, oh, step back. I was punching his ass, but I wasn't sitting down like I was at first when I was cracking his head. Right. So that fight is what made me be like, man, you a warrior. I'm a warrior. Well, I knew it before all the stuff I've been through in life, but
right.
Boxing ring, that's what woke me up more. Like, yeah, this is me. This is me right here.
Okay.
I'm built for this.
So my final question is, what did you see last night in this kid that he needs to work on? I saw that he doesn't have too much head movement. He needs to work on his boxing. His footwork needs some work. His stamina looks like it's coming along, and his power carried all the way to the 8th round. So I don't see no problem with that. What did you see?
So I'm gonna speak like because I'm a unbiased person. I'm gonna speak like he's not in my weight class right now.
Okay.
I seen that he was shocked that after he knocked him down on the first couple of rounds, he didn't get him out of there.
Right.
And if you notice when he fights and he stops his opponents after that round, he's kind of breathing hard.
Right.
Because he's putting his all into it. He's not pacing himself. So those first round or two, he was going all out trying to get him out of there, didn't pace himself. So he kind of set back but when he set back, he didn't step back completely and be like, okay, let me reset myself. He just stepped back and was just going with the motion. So he was just in there and just going, like taking punches and giving them back. It's called,
right.
Yeah, he was catching and pitching. He was getting hit, but he was giving them back, and he was just trying to do what he knew. That's why you notice if you go back and watch it, all the combinations he was throwing was the same combination. What is that? Exactly. That comes for repetition. Because he was in the zone. He was in the zone now. Because now he didn't get him out of here. He's kind of tired now. You in the zone. You want to do what you're used to. Repetition.
Right. Go back to your bread and butter. Right.
So, and I felt like those last 3 rounds, he kind of took off the 2 rounds, and then that last round where he caught that dude into the 8th round, he rested. And then he caught me between his punches. Boom.
Right.
So that shows anybody who's fighting him. Now let me switch into a competitor's mode. If I'm fighting him, I'm going to the body.
Oh. Hell no.
Don't give him the game plan.
Hell no. They got
right.
One more question, Kyle. Well, I got into it with some cats.
Let him answer this question first, and then he's gonna get back to yours, Sheldon.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, brother.
The Charlo fight is that one I want. Charlo's came up from 54 to 60. Like he probably going to 68, but I don't think he will. If he do, I will. I mean, I'm a fighter, but I'm not looking for it. And I say I'm not looking for it, it's not because I think he's too good. It's just he's not in my weight class. He's not politicking in my weight class yet.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Sheldon, go ahead and ask him the question.
Well, what I was gonna say was the kid. I got into it with somebody last night. Was watching the fight, and they was trying to tell me, "Oh, they should give him Danny Jacobs or Gabe Rosado." I'm like, dude, right now at the stage of his career, you want to keep him far away from Jacobs and Rosado. Don't put him in there with those guys.
Jesse Hart too. They talking about
Jesse Hart, exactly. Keep him away from all 3 of those guys. Keep him away from all 3 of those guys.
I think
Gabe Rosado. People don't know Gabe Rosado is a dog. He just don't have too much power. But Gabe Rosado is a dog.
But people got to look at a lot of times. People look at records as whether somebody should fight him. No, look at who that person lost to first.
Exactly.
You can't go off of this because they got 2-3 losses. No, go off of who they lost to and compare them to.
Exactly. I told that guy because he's a serious. This guy is a serious Berlanga fan. I said, if you like this guy, if you got any love for this guy, you want to see him progress. Right now, you keep him far away from Rosado, Jesse Hart, or Danny Jacobs.
He could be Rosado.
Because that'll mess him up.
He could be Rosado though. Because dude.
I don't think so, Kyle. I really don't think he can beat Gabe Rosado. I don't think he can beat Gabe Rosado.
He's tailor-made for Berlanga.
Gabe Rosado, Steve. I don't think he can beat Gabe Rosado right now.
Out of Philly, he can get him.
That dude can take a punch. If he beat Gabe Rosado, it's because he caught him with a good punch, and it's like, oh my God, he's out. But he's not gonna beat him up. I don't think he's gonna outbox him or beat him. like that. Like
right. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. That's my point.
Like Gabe Rosado is a good journeyman for somebody who's politicking for a title. But Belarga, he's at a point right now where he's politicking to get to that next level. So
right. And this is too early.
That opponent he fought, he came to survive.
Right.
I guarantee you, if you could tap into his brain, his whole thing was don't get knocked out, don't get stopped. That's all he was worried about. He wasn't worried about I'm about to beat this motherfucker.
Right.
I guarantee that was in his mind. He didn't. You could tell how he was moving because he said in his mind, "I'm gonna back him up," and he was just moving, waiting for Belarga to get to him to engage. He was trying to survive, and then when they would engage, he would clinch up. That's survival mode.
Right.
Like when he catch Belarga, then step on the gas, he'd catch him and then still back up. Survival mode.
So I got a question for you, Steve. Do you think that Gabe is a gatekeeper or a journeyman?
He's a gatekeeper. I used the wrong word. Journeyman is like Nicholson. Journeyman.
Okay, now here's my where we differ a little bit.
Gatekeeper to keep somebody out that part. If you're not supposed to be in this club, you can't get in.
See, now here's where we differ a little bit. Me and Kyle go back and forth with this all the time. I told Kyle, right? People who I consider gatekeepers are like a Danny Garcia, a Sean Porter, right now, a Broner or a Keith Thurman. Because in my opinion, you cannot be a gatekeeper
unless you had
if you've never been behind the gate. You have to have been behind the gate.
Yeah, okay.
To keep the gate.
I can agree with your thing.
Yeah.
I think
Gabe is a high level journeyman. A high level journeyman, but they're not gatekeepers.
That's the exact phrase I want to say. If he's not a gatekeeper, he's right at the edge of that. Because everybody he lost to were title.
Yeah.
Guys who had titles, but not just any title. The guys he lost to were like
major champions. Major champions, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve,
exactly.
How much time you got left, Steve?
You said what?
How much time you got left?
Sure, however much time you need.
Hey, I done had you on for a minute. That's all I was asking.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle, Steve, I wish you nothing but the best, brother. I'm gonna be looking out for you, and I'm gonna pray for your speedy recovery, Kyle. I'm gonna jump off, let somebody else jump on. Thank you, man, for your time. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks, man.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you think that you would get that fight? Would you take a fight with Danny Jacobs?
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
But not just for just to fight him. If they say, hey, there's a vacant title or he happened to get a title, you fight Danny Jacobs, yeah. Fight for a title. But I'm not fighting him just to say I fought Danny Jacobs.
For sure. So I gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you this question. Raquel Miller versus Clarissa Shields. I'm a biased guy. You're not a biased guy. Honest assessment. Who you picking?
That's one fight that depends on who executes their game plan.
Okay.
Whoever executes the game plan the best. But the thing about Clarissa, she's been active more, and she's in the messed up part about it is she's active but she's not standing still. She's active and getting better. She's learned, like I'm seeing differences in what she had flaws in before. So salute to her. Unfortunately, Raquel, she hasn't fought in over a year and a half for a long time, if not almost 2 years now. It's been a while since Raquel fought. When the last time she fought? It been over a year and a half.
Fight.
Huh?
Right before your fight.
Not in September.
No. I'm saying I'm talking about Jersey. When you was in Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She fought. I think November of 2019 was the last time she fought.
Shit.
So that's not because she don't want to fight, but because she been having trouble with her management, been on BS and all that stuff. But she hasn't fought in a while. So I think if her and Clarissa fought right now, I mean Clarissa, she has, like, you know what I'm saying, she has a higher chance of winning right now. But like I said, it's back to who executes their game plan the best right now.
SF City Slicker. If anybody know that, he know that.
What's that?
About the death of her family.
Oh yeah, her mom passed away back in March.
Yeah.
No, I mean she passed away in February. Her funeral was in March, so Raquel been off for a minute.
Yeah.
JB,
join the panel. JB.
I don't believe it got canceled. She didn't have no fight lined up because she was having management issues.
Oh, so it was canceled on that Clarissa Shield fight.
Yeah, but that was before her mom passed away. She was like, no, she's not doing it because the management there's a lot of issues that I'm not going to speak about because it's like I said, I don't speak other people's business
for sure
behind the doors. But she had management issues. That's all I can say. She had management issues, and her fight, she pulled out of it before her mom passed away, and then her mom passed in February. And then I think she's getting back into the gym now.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, man. Hey, JB, if you gonna jump on, okay. Hey, I don't know how long I'm gonna have you on here, man. I had him on for 2 hours.
No, it's cool. I say unless you want to cut your show short, I ain't doing. I'm just sitting at the crib right now.
Okay. I just want I want to be respectful of your time because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just chilling.
All right, so okay, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I didn't get a chance to do it, so I'm gonna do it now.
What's that?
So you gotta give me your motivation for this here photo.
Oh, I painted that picture. I've been wanting to paint it for years, and one time I was like, I'm gonna paint it, but I don't know. I be coming up with these creative ideas when I be asleep or just hanging around. I was like, I'm gonna paint a picture of myself, painting myself, punching myself.
Yeah.
And it's like so many levels of art within art. Like if you look closely into it, super detailed. I even redid all my tattoos, like perfect in the pictures, like on all the pictures and everything. It's like super realistic. But it wasn't anything in particular that motivated me. It was just a creative idea that popped in my head.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
I'm working on the painting right now. That's dope as hell, dude. I've been doing it for like.
Can you tell us what phenomenal that it was?
You said what?
I remember you posted. You said, "What phenomenal woman should I paint?"
Oh yeah, I was just tell everybody because I'll be done with it this week. I've been working on it for almost a month. Because in art, I don't believe just going and just doing it even when I want to do it because it makes you get lazy on certain parts. So I just do it when I feel good. But I've been working on it for a month now, and just doing a little bit at a time and just perfecting everything. Super detailed. Looks like somebody took a picture of something and just blew it up. But everybody should follow me on social media, Instagram in particular, and I'm gonna post it this week. People give me their feedback. So Steven Nelson Boxing on Instagram.
For sure, man. And somebody got a question for you.
How do you feel about Clarissa move to in my MMA? I feel like she had to do that because it's sad that female boxers, no matter how much we push for support for, people don't support it. People don't support female boxers, so she had to use her talent in a different way. She's a fighter. She want to still fight. So she's like, okay, the females in MMA is getting more support than the female boxers. So let me go over to MMA and try it over there.
So he already answered this question already. So we're gonna go to this one right here.
When I go to the fight, dude, I'm gonna let everybody know when I go to the fight, though. I'm wearing my Raquel Miller shirt, dude.
Oh, and tell everybody how you made her uniform, though. You got to talk about that, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember she was looking for one of her fights. She had hit up some people to make a uniform. We couldn't find nobody, so she hit me up and was like, "Can you make my uniform?" I'm like, "Yeah, got you." Made that mug like in 3 days.
Yeah, my boy get busy, man. My boy get busy.
Now,
you know what I'm gonna need you to do though? I'm gonna need you to do a replica of the Grinch, so I can put it in the man cave.
Oh yeah,
maybe don't give me the real version, because my nigga he hang up everything that he does is super personal to him. So you gotta ask for replicas.
Yeah. You get a replica. You can't get the original.
Hey.
He said, "Where's that painting hanging?" That painting is in my hallway, right outside my door. I can probably walk right outside my door and see it. Let me see. I gotta hobble my ass over there because my foot. Ugh. I got some more art in here that I did right here. This is like one of the mirrors I did. It's like a black king. It's like a wooden cutout. Over there, that's my Black Lives Matter mirror I made.
I need you to send me. Hey, listen, I need you to go ahead and make me
one of them. I got some other painting here too. I told him I'm in a polygamy relationship because that's one of my girls right there. That's Africa, and the one over there, that's America. You see it?
We take this down so we can see her a little better. Okay.
Hold on, let me walk over here so you'll see this one too.
Somebody asked, what did you use to paint?
I use acrylic. I use acrylic for my paint. And then the one that he asked about is right here in the hallway. As soon as I walk out my door. Oh. Right there.
Yeah, moving hard.
Yeah. I got a couple paintings.
Yeah, I'm just wanting him to send me that print so I can hang that thing up.
Yeah, but what was the other question?
Neverete versus Shakur Smith.
Neverete, he big as hell too, but man, Shakur never breathe. Shakur gonna box the hell out of him, dude. Hit him with some ankles that it's hard to hit Shakur, dude. It's hard. That dude got some timing and speed. Hold on, let me get my phone real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to get Steve out of here, man. We're gonna get ready to get him out of here. We'll do our final words.
Yeah, I had to get my phone because my internet is connected to my phone right now.
Yeah. So final words. Tell us where to find you. What you got planned next, and we'll.
That's a fight, I understand. Yeah, but Shakur is up to 130 right now. Never is still 126.
Appreciate y'all. Oh man, hey, this is a question we can't answer this question.
They both on my team, man. I can't.
Too close to home.
I don't think it's gonna happen though.
No,
that fight ain't gonna happen.
That's Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. It's not gonna happen. But we're gonna let you go, my brother.
My final words is this for people. Anything you want to do, man, you gotta just make a plan and stick to it. And even when stuff go wrong and stuff don't pan out how it's supposed to, just stick with it because it always pay off one way or another. And people can follow me on Instagram, Steven Nelson Boxing. They can follow me on I have my Facebook fan page, and with Steven Soko Nelson. And I also, what was the other thing you told me to tell him?
What you got next? What you got
planned? Oh, yeah, coming up. Yeah, so since I'm taking off this year, I'm working on some things outside of boxing. One thing, I have a comedy show that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a stand-up special, and I'll be posting about it. So when you follow me, and I'll actually be, after I do it, for people not in attendance to watch it online, I'll have a link for you to watch it online. And I'm also working on, I designed some shoes right now, some athletic shoes that you can use in boxing, basketball, strength and conditioning, running. It's all around shoe that I'm designing right now with my make my own brand, my own label and everything. So it'd be like another Nike, you want to call it. I'm not going under anybody where it's like, oh, this is made by Adidas or Nike. No, I'm making my own brand in total. So I look forward to that.
You're gonna have to help me get that shoe that I sent you. You're gonna have to help me build that thing up then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. Hey, and also right before you drop your comedy show, come back on and we'll chop it up again for sure.
Okay, perfect.
And yeah, make sure y'all go follow my guy, man. And his YouTube channel. Don't forget the YouTube channel.
YouTube channel. Yep, same thing. Steven Soko Nelson.
Yeah, so make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel, man.
I make sure I put it right. I know I ain't been on there for a minute.
Yeah, man. He been playing games, but the man does absolutely everything, man. Follow him.
No, it's under So Everything.
So Code Everything. So Code Everything is the YouTube. So make sure y'all go follow my dog. And listen, he's one of the coolest cats in the boxing game. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all support him. Anytime he drops some merch, go buy it. I got
the illest dude from Nebraska. That's what everybody gonna say. You the illest dude from Nebraska. I have on belly or something.
Hey, how do you want Bud now?
Right.
Yeah. All right, big dog. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Much love to you, my dog. You know we're gonna keep in touch like we always do, man.
Hold on, I gotta send you a bill. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, let me put the calculator. My time calls, dog.
Hey.
Nah, good.
Hey, we're gonna play the outro and we're gonna let y'all go, man. Shout out to my dog.
Got the roots, he let the beats build bitch, and we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it cheap. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
And for sure, man, we back live 12 a.m. We're back live tonight, 12 a.m. So if you ain't doing nothing, stop by and kick it with us, man. Hey, you got to rap now. Shit. Now you got to become a rapper. That's
man, I was about to repeat your rap like the box section.
I'm going to holler at you.
Right. All right, man.
All right.